Weather today in the greater Cincinnati area.
I love you so badly, I could...
They're solid plastic, so don't settle for imitation.
But the senator, while insisting he was not intoxicated, could not explain his nudity.
Welcome back to the show, and man, do I have something special for you guys. Now, if you've been following the channel, you've learned a little bit about me, on especially doing these shows here about my love for video games. I was fortunate enough to be born in 1965 to see the birth of the arcades and the arcade games. I did videos on that. Also, the home market video games for the Atari 2600 and the ColecoVision was my first console game there for the home market. But there's a special place I have not shared with you before, and that place is Radio Shack. Man, did I love Radio Shack. Now, for those who don't know, Radio Shack was an electronics company that sold their own brand of electronics under the name Tandy. They sold TVs, VCRs, and computers and stuff. You can find a lot of stuff, cool stuff there if you're into electronics. And one of the things I always wanted was a computer. So my next purchase, big purchase in life, I wanted to get a computer. And my very first computer was the Tandy TRS-80 Model 4. Now, as you can see here, back in the days, it wasn't cheap. I was fortunate enough over time finding a friend who had an Apple II that gave me their, computer, and that was my introduction to start getting into coding and stuff. As you can see here, there's two floppy disks on the right side of a 5 1/4. You got keyboards and you had a monochrome monitor. And you're probably thinking, what the hell's a floppy? Okay, so let's dive into this real quick, just for those who don't know. Now, you see right there three examples of floppy disks. There is the 8-inch floppy disk in the far left-hand corner. Now, I never saw one before in life until I started working for a insurance company after high school. One of my jobs at the end of the, because I was there to do some clerical work, was to change out the floppy disk in the computer for the next day. 5 1/4 there in the middle, which took from my computer starting out, and then you have the 3 1/4, which a lot of people remember. And the reason why they call them floppy disks was because they were thin and they could flop around and they were super delicate, so you kept them in little sleeves that protected it, and you kept them in like a little box to keep them safe. They're kind of like today's USB drives, I guess is the best way to describe it, because there was no hard drives, so we had to transfer information to floppy disk. Now, unfortunately, towards the end of Radio Shack days, it started closing down, and I was going there on and off. I was mainly checking out computer games through stores like Babbage's and Electronics Boutique, but the question is, did I ever make that video game? Well, later on in life I did. I wish I could say I made some games on the computer, but it was just generic and it wasn't really anything fancy. But my dream did come true in the video game dreams. Right here's Metallica Hell. I made that game in dreams. I've been learning how to make games in this, software slash game. I'm not sure how to describe it. The best way to describe it is you can play games on there, you can make games on there, movies and all that. You can check me out, Jeff5150X, and Metallica Hell. I'll put a link below if you want to check that out. It'll take you to the website to where you can see my channel, and then, or if you have Dreams, hop into Dreams, and you could search for Metallica Hell. But there's some. We're not talking about all this. This is just the intro, man. We are talking about Digital Eclipse. Man, I love this company. I have nothing but greatness to speak about these guys. If you remember my videos on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, especially the Atari 50th, it was an interactive museum. And these guys have been doing some killer stuff since the 90s, and they were the first ones to emulate games. And you know what better yet? Let's go ahead and go to the video of them explaining their history.
So Digital Eclipse actually pioneered the use of emulation in commercial game releases back in 1994.
In 1994, when we released those first few games, it was Joust Defender and Robotron. It was the first time I think anybody had ever seen video game emulation. There's been the concept of emulation for a while, but nobody had ever applied it to video games.
Building on the use of emulation, Digital Eclipse in its early days really focused on gaming history, of like adding that context and having interviews with developers and showing design documents and talking about why these games were so important historically.
When we first started doing these, we thought that one of the best things we could do is bring the original developers in and give people who were looking to play these games an inner look at the creation of these games, told from the actual creators.
Over the next 30 years, Digital Eclipse continued to evolve how it presented classic games to the world. Recently, with things like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection, or Atari 50, the Anniversary Celebration, we've made a lot of effort to really try to present these games in their best possible light, and then also give the player as much context as possible. And especially with Atari 50, that was our first release in the interactive documentary format, in which the games sort of became just part of the experience that the player would have.
We were producing Cowabunga Collection and Atari 50th at the same time. We realized that was probably the perfect moment to flip the script. And instead of starting with the games, let's start with all those materials. Let's start with basically the museum exhibition. Make the games something that's integrated in a more of a narrative rather than just a game list.
So our next evolution in how we're presenting classic games is called the Gold Master series. It is an independent, self-published line of interactive documentaries that look at specific landmark, iconic games that changed the world.
The Gold Master series from Digital Eclipse is the culmination of things we've wanted to do for actually decades now. Once we realized that there is an audience for the craft, the artistry of video games, we wanted to put more of an emphasis on key moments in game history. And we felt that there was nothing like that in games to date. So we had to push ourselves to create a format that tells the story of games within games themselves in an interactive way that is unlike anything I think we've seen before.
The Gold Master series is really a different approach than I've seen traditionally to talking about game history or game preservation for that matter. A lot of times you get the game and you might get some of its original assets, some cool box art or a nice scan of the instruction manual, but no further insight into why that game is the way that it is or what it led to later on in the industry. So Gold Master series really gives us a framework to tell a more documentary, exploratory approach to make the game more relevant to modern gamers and help them understand what made it so important in the first place.
Who made this game? Why did they make it? What tools did they use? What was the broader cultural context around that? What was the industry context around that? What was the platform that this game was produced for? All of that is lost when all you have is just a game file sitting in front of you. That's what we want to change with the Gold Master series. We want to make sure that all of that context is wrapped around the game.
Here's an artifact, here's a design document, here's an interview with somebody who's an expert, here's one of the people who lived that history, and you get to experience it step by step at your own pace, the same way that you would if you were walking through a physical museum.
I've been to museum exhibits where there's video games, and there might be just a playable video game, placed alongside all of the artifacts, and you have the choice. Do you want to stand in that museum and just play that game for hours until they kick you out? I mean, you could do that, Or you could play it for just a minute and then move on to the next thing, and the game itself becomes just one of the exhibits in the museum.
When you walk into a museum exhibition, you might look over here and want to read about the guy who this is all about, but you're probably going to look over there and see the shiny thing that's like the result of all his work and start there. But some people will go to that plaque at the very beginning and spend 20 minutes at it and read that. We realize that people consume information so differently, and there's a diverse approach to all that we had to satisfy every possible way somebody wanted to consume this information. And so we've created a new format for that, and we feel really good about that.
The Gold Master series is not about, here's some games and here's some bonus content. It's about integrating everything all together into one seamless experience.
If you like being told stories in order, that's great. If you're more the kind of person that likes to experience things in small, intense bites, and you want to do it at your own pace, and you don't want anybody to tell you how to go through the museum, you can experience Gold Master series games the same way.
The first entry in the Gold Master series is called The Making of Karateka.
I'm really excited that the first game in the Gold Master series is going to be Karatka, one of my favorite games of all time. It had a huge impact on me, and it felt very natural that we did that as our first game.
Karatka was a landmark release that just made so many innovations all at the same time in terms of cinematic elements like cutscenes and characters and story, use of a movie-like soundtrack, and even using rotoscoping to do lifelike animation in a video game for the first time. Jordan Mechner was a teenage college student when he created Karatka for the Apple II in 1984.
One of the most remarkable things about Karatka was that in a world filled with arcade games, simple blasters, alien invasions, things like that, Jordan had this different aspiration to tell a narrative story.
I think we're lucky that we were able to do Karatka first for the Gold Master series because it's such an incredible story. There's so much information and there's a wealth of knowledge that was collected by Jordan that we were able to kick this series off in the right way. And I'm hoping that as people play it and engage it, we can change minds about the way we approach game history and how we tell the story of games.
Far out, right? So, one of the cool things that they're doing is this Gold Master series, and their first one in entry is The Making of Karateka. Karatka is a 1984 martial arts action game that was made for the Apple II by this guy, Jordan Mechner, who was just like me, a kid with a computer and wanted to make games, except for he was way better at it than I was. And so let's talk about, well, what better yet, let's let the guys from Digital Eclipse talk a little bit more about this Master Series.
At Digital Eclipse, we believe that classic games need to be treated with the same respect as other classic works of art, and that is why we're rolling out the Gold Master series. It is a series of interactive documentaries all about the making of legendary games. The first entry in the Gold Master series is called The Making of Karateka. It is all about Karatka, which is a game that Jordan Mechner released in 1984 for the Apple II computer. Jordan is best known as the creator of Prince of Persia, but Karatka was actually his debut title.
I don't think the game industry was ready for Karatka when it came out in 1984. Karatka to me felt like just a complete shift in how we engaged and experienced gaming. Until Karatka, everything was pretty much a spaceship shooting at targets. And Karatka was the first game where it felt like I was in a story or watching a movie, but it wasn't just trying to chase movies. It made me feel like the hero in a movie. Everything that was transpiring in the game feel dramatic and unlike anything I had experienced before.
Jordan Mechner was a teenager at Yale University when he created Karateka, and it came not only from his love of video games but his love of films. He was in the Yale Film Society, big film nerd, and Karateka made extensive use of film and cinematic techniques, cutting back and forth between the hero and the enemy, cutscenes in which the player was not even shown on screen. The other characters were shown kind of acting out their parts in these cutscenes. A film-like score. It was actually a leitmotif style approach where every character or every emotion had a small little repeated melody.
An awful lot of the time when you hear video game history stories, you hear the story of the crash of the early 80s and then Nintendo saving the industry and coming back with a new console. And that's absolutely true, but there are a lot of other stories that happened in between that time and around that time that haven't gotten a chance to be told. The Making of Karateka is one of those stories. It's a critical tale of video game innovation on a home computer platform at a time when console gaming basically didn't exist.
The Apple II was the first time, I think, that people who were fans of games, it was a tool that people could use to make games. I think Jordan's story is very similar to so many other people's story where they would go to the arcade, they were huge fans of games, and there were so many people who were like, how do I do this myself? How can I make something like this?
Jordan was a total programming whiz kid. Like, he was really, really great at the Apple II, and he knew that he could make a lot of money if he broke into the video game industry. That's what he wanted to do. He started out by kind of looking around at what he felt was popular and essentially trying to copy that or make his own version of that. So he started out by creating Death Bounce, which was like an asteroids style spaceship shooter in which instead of breaking up asteroids, you were sort of confined in this little box, and the enemies were bouncing balls that actually rebounded off of the walls. We're bringing it back. We're actually releasing Death Bounce for the first time. Not only are we releasing it, but we're actually putting all 4 of Jordan's different prototypes for Death Bounce in the Making of Karateka.
You get to go through every prototype that existed for Death Bounce and see where it worked, where it didn't work, why it didn't work, and then ultimately where it landed. And every prototype that you play, you can see, but you can really feel the iteration. Video gaming is an iterative process. This is one of the few times that I've been able to see that you can play that history for yourself and really get insight into the creation, along with notes and interviews with the creator at the time and today. It's really something special.
Before this project even kicked off, I had read through the Making of Karateka, and it's just his diary. It's his just raw diary published. We're fortunate that Jordan kept a journal when he was younger during this whole process, when he made Karateka, when he made Death Bounce, the game that didn't ship, when he made even later games like Prince of Persia. He has these journals.
The great thing about teenage Jordan Mechner is that he meticulously documented his process. He had a daily journal in which he wrote about everything that he did on the game that day. He did all of his designs on paper and he saved every piece of paper. So when you jump into the Making of Karateka, the first thing you're going to see are the interactive timelines on which the full story of Karateka is presented. So as you go through, you're going to find entries from Jordan's journals that he wrote when he was 18 years old. You're going to find, high quality restored scans of Jordan's design documents, not only for Karateka, but for many other kind of projects that he was working on leading up to that. As you start to look at all of these things, you can see how Karateka came together. Jordan Mechner is just well known as this legendary game designer. You know, he moved on from Karateka to things like Prince of Persia and The Last Express. And what's not really told very much about his origin story is the impact of his father, Francis Mechner.
There's a beautiful father-son story here that I don't think a lot of people are going to expect until they dive in.
Jordan's father, Francis Mechner, who was in no way a video game designer or a video game player, but he was a brilliant behavioral psychologist and he was a classical pianist, and he was a devoted dad who wanted to support his son any way he could. Francis Mechner ends up composing the soundtrack to Karateka, which really was a huge part of why that story was so impactful, because the Apple II really didn't have very good sound capabilities, but Francis and Jordan working together were really able to extract as much emotion as they could out of the Apple II's little speaker.
And when Jordan said, "Dad, I need to film you in the backyard. I need to film you running through the forest," he did it.
So when you see the little, Karateka hero running around, that's Jordan's father's motion capture.
As much as Jordan is as part of this narrative, his father is an even bigger part of this narrative. You always hear about the auteur, the person who did these things, whatever, but you never really hear about the support system around that auteur and how that auteur's origin story kind of came to be.
Video game history is littered with people who have not gotten enough credit, and the Gold Master series will hopefully be a tool that we can use to bring their stories to light.
There's over an hour of video features in the Making of Karateka, which not only take us through the actual sort of nuts and bolts of Jordan putting the game together, but we also talk to people like Tom Hall, co-founder of id Software.
Or Raf Koster, who's one of the pioneers of MMOs, and you bring these people in because they can give you the context and the import of what Karatka is better than we ever could.
You can play Jordan's original prototype. You can play the Apple II version that was released. You can play the Atari 800 and the Commodore 64 versions. You can even hear from Veda Cook, who ported both of those versions, about how difficult it was to port them. And you can even play from Digital Eclipse's president, Mike Micah. It's called Karatka Remastered. It is Karatka for, modern consoles, with a lot of improvements and updates and cut content, while really trying to maintain the core, of what made Karatka, so good in the first place. And Mike has even done commentary throughout the whole thing, talking about not only his process in making Karatka Remastered, but his insight into how Jordan made the original Karatka.
While I may have been satisfying my urge to port Karatka because it's one of my favorite games, I more so wanted to satisfy the urge of discovering why this was a hard thing for people to do in the late 80s and early 90s.
The Gold Master series is hopefully going to be a platform where you will get more insight into classic games than you've ever been given before.
I'm really excited that the series here is starting. Now, to give you guys a heads up, man, I've never played Karatka. It's my first time hearing about it. The reason why I got it is because Digital Eclipse is doing this series, and I'm into the behind-the-scenes stuff. And I did enjoy doing the interactive museum experience with the Atari 50th, and then, I did like what they did with the Cowabunga series for the Turtles. Now, here's the deal. Being that this is a digital download, I couldn't find a physical copy, and it's only available on digital. But it's got some audio issues when it comes to the videos. Just from here every so often, it kind of glitches. I downloaded it and then I deleted it and re-downloaded it, and it's just part of what it is. So if when you get yours, if there's a little chopping in the audio from here and there, that's to be expected, I guess. I'm not 100%. But it's really cool. I kind of like the idea that, here's a picture of him with his parents on his Apple II. I really like behind the scenes stuff. And this guy, Jordan, man, he documented everything. Now, here's a cool one. This is a video I want to play for you guys. I'm not going to play all the videos. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. But it's really cool to hear his background and how he started. Let's hop into here.
You actually got started when you kept going to the local arcade and you kept borrowing quarters to put in the arcade machine to do, what was it? Not Star Wars.
Space Invaders?
No.
Asteroids?
Asteroids. Yeah. You were completely addicted to asteroids. Every day you couldn't wait to go to the arcade to put some more quarters in that machine to play asteroids.
And that was 1980, so by then I was already in high school. It's pretty embarrassing if I was borrowing quarters from you.
From everybody. Yeah. But I gave you the quarters, and then you decided you had to program your own asteroids. Why leave it to the kid? I said, I can do this on computer. You were caricaturing when you were 9 years old.
The caricaturing, yeah.
But you did it because you wanted to use the money to buy an Apple computer.
The way I remember it, I was 12, 13 years old. I was doing the caricatures. I was doing the Cookie magazine, my Mad magazine parody. And really, I wanted to do comics and animated. This was before computers came along. So I think if the Apple II hadn't been invented when it was, I probably would have just kept on making comics.
Okay, but I remember that you went to those street fairs, to those town fairs, to earn money to buy yourself an Apple computer.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know what the money was going to be for, but it was, at least in the beginning.
Yeah, but later on, you were definitely trying to save up the, I think you needed $900 to buy an Apple computer.
Yeah, $1,200.
$1,200.
That was the price of a 16K
So,
Apple II.
So to translate that into today's money, you can multiply maybe by 6. That's real money.
I know it was all the money I had.
Yeah.
And that even after doing the caricatures,
then you
I
borrowed
didn't
from
have
Emily
that.
to get for the last $100. You borrowed it from Emily. So then you started programming games. So the first one was Asteroids.
Asteroids was actually, I mean, it took a couple of years to get to that point because my first games were in BASIC. You know, there was a game called Breakout on the Apple II. It had colored blocks and you have a kind of a paddle. It's very simple. It's a ball bouncing and you try to knock out the blocks.
Yes, right.
And so I would look at these programs written in BASIC and try to deconstruct how they'd been done.
Mm-hmm.
And IBM had the Thomas J. Watson Research Center Explorers program. Once a week, my friend Adrian would drive me after high school to IBM, and like they would let us kids come in and use the computers after hours. So that's where I first started learning how to program BASIC and APL.
I see.
And then with the Apple, it had BASIC, but it also had machine language, which was more of a mystery. It took longer to learn that.
Yeah. I remember that you did program Asteroids. You worked on that quite a while, and it was so good, such a good replica of Asteroids that a New Jersey company bought it from you. They paid you a lot of money.
Well, maybe, I think it was $400.
That was a lot of money.
It was a lot of money. And it was the first money that I'd earned by programming.
Yeah.
And I was keeping track of it.
It was fabulous. And you had a royalty position, and you thought you would make a lot more money from the royalty. But then they got sued, and they had to stop the whole thing because it was too good a replica of Asteroids.
Yeah, that's right. That's almost exactly how it happened. The best-selling Apple game at that time was Space Invaders, and they sold, I don't know how many, but I figured out that if I could do that for Asteroids, that would be my ticket.
Yeah, and you were right. I mean, if they hadn't gotten sued, you would have.
If that'd been a year earlier, right, that was just about the time that Atari kind of figured out what was going on, and they sent threatening letters to all of the big game publishers saying you can't publish copies of our games. And the Asteroids never got
that
published.
was a big letdown.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, as you see, the audio chopped a little bit, and like I said, I had deleted this, reinstalled it, deleted it, reinstalled it, and it's just maybe how the master copy is. If there is a physical copy coming one day, I might get it for my collection, but like I said, you can find this on the PlayStation Store. It's not really that expensive. But yeah, it's a lot of cool stuff here. Yeah, there's your there's your 3 1/4. Let's go ahead and get rid of the captions. And it's kind of cool that, you can see it, flip it around, and of course you could zoom in here to read about it and look at it a little closer. It's kind of cool. And like I said, one of the things I really truly enjoy is just reading about, all the cool stuff he has. I mean, he kept a detailed journal of his journey. Now, once again, Karatka, I think it's pronounced Karatka. You know what? There was actually here. Let me go here. I think it was here. How to pronounce this damn name. Alright. Karatka. That's how I'm pronouncing it. Like Karatka? No, Karatka. There you go. Karatka. Damn it. Karatka was how I was pronouncing it. Let's see. From the man who made the game, let's see how he does it.
Karateka.
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 Karateka?
Karateka.
Karateka.
Karateka, and if it's Karatka, I've never heard that before. So maybe Jordan says it that way. I don't know, but I know we all said Karateka at the company.
I think when I was a kid, I always said Karateka, because it's like you say karate and you just add the ka.
Let's talk about pronunciation. So here's the thing. In the 80s, TV didn't talk about games, and we didn't have the internet, so pretty much everybody pronounced the title of the game in their own way. A lot of people say Karateka or Karateka. In Japanese, there's no stress on any syllable, so it would be Karateka, something like that. I called it Karateka, but I've since found out that pretty much everybody pronounced it differently. So however you pronounce it is fine. Don't feel bad. It's all good.
Right? So yeah, we're all trying to figure this out. That's kind of cool that they include it. And like I said, this is a plethora of information here. It's got a lot of cool stuff. But I'm here about the games, and what I want to do here, I want to play a little bit of the original. I want to play a little bit of each game, a little bit, kind of, maybe not. I just want to see how it starts and if there's any. I'm pretty sure it's going to be similar. Death Bounce, that's the one I'm interested in. After watching the documentaries, a little history about all this early stuff, these prototypes, it's kind of cool that they have this here, and so we're able to play it. There's Karatka, the prototypes. Astro Blaster and Star Blaster. So these are his early works. So let's hop in here and play it. And let's see how we do. Now, you know what? Just like the Atari 50th, let me see here. Okay, so we got... Okay, so you can save a game. That's kind of cool. Controls. Let's see here. So, left, right, thrusters, hyperspace, fire. So it's got the asteroids, little setup. It's kind of cool. Screen, original, full, wide. TV, filter TV, on and off like that. Color. Oh, look. Monochrome colors. I'm used to the green back in the days, for my little Tandy TRS-80. I've seen that more in my life than any other color. I don't recall seeing that color. I remember seeing some white ones, maybe. I'm not 100%. But we'll go ahead and stick with color. We got a border here, which was, go back here. That's the border. Let me see here. Turn off the border and see what it looks like. I don't like that. Alright. So for me, I'm going to leave the border on. And it's kind of cool that you could do all that. Alright. So, hit the X button, start, okay. And, okay, I have to hit the X button twice. Typical asteroids. But yeah, this is kind of neat. This dude at a young age spent time to develop this. Oh man, that's close. There's a ball. I'm not sure what the ball's supposed to do. I think you mentioned somewhere. There's a skull. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here. Alright. And you can watch the game too. Watch the play too. Oh, that's kind of cool. Alright, I'm into playing it. Astro Blaster. Let's go ahead and see what this is like. That's what was in that video. Once again, let's go ahead and get the controls. I'm digging the controls stuff, the color. Yeah, I'm digging all that. So depending upon how you used to play, it's like, well, not this game because it's a prototype and the borders. Let's go ahead and start. So this is supposed to be like another version, I guess. I get okay. Well, I guess I'm not 100% anymore. I think he said this is the one that they had that he sold, that the Atari sued. Okay, there's the ships now. So this is going to be more similar to the asteroids than the arcades that he loved, that I loved. And once again, being that I never heard of this Karateka game, but I did like, damn it. Oh, I need a thrust. Okay. Oh, man, thrusting just gets you all over the place. It is like a little bit like Asteroids. Not as fluent, but fluid? Fluid. There you go. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Alright, let me get over here. I just want to get a little taste. See what it's all about. Of course, we can always, you know, hop back in and watch it. See how it's done. But let's see here. Now, I don't want to get into these prototypes too much for Karatka because I want to experience the release version. But it's kind of cool that they have it here. And then, of course, you hop in here, you watch it. Okay. So, yeah. And begin playing anytime. You press that. Okay. It gives you little directions. All right. So, Death Bounce. Apple II, 1983. Let's go ahead and play. Ooh, this one's got initials. All right. All right. Oh man, I just hit the thrust and it just went over the place. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Well, that's why it's called Death Bounce. All right. How do I have to get out there? Oh, okay. Abandoned ship. What happened? Too late. How do I abandon ship? Okay, hold on. Game over. Let's go to controls here. So it's the same. Got shields. Thrust, fire, weapon. Abandon ships to triangle. Okay. Alright. Let's try this one more time. Oh, no. Game over. Alright. Oh, not that. X button. Alright. Go to the front of the train. So I gotta go to the front of the train. Okay. So I got... Oh. Damn it. That's why it's called Death Bounce. I'm not 100%. Oh. Damn it. The tricky part, damn it, is fucking not bounce everywhere. Damn it. The fuck? Alright, hold on. I gotta chill out. I gotta... Oh, I see what I gotta do. I gotta chill out and... aim. Oh, no. Nope. I did it the first time before I couldn't abandon the damn ship. Alright, hold on. Alright, I'm getting it. I think I get it. I mean, I get why you call it Death Bounce. But... I mean, I don't know, man. Oh, I think we almost had it. Oh. No. Nope. Son of a bitch. Come on, man. You can do it. It's kind of fun just fucking bouncing. Oh, no, I just... Okay. Let's see here. I had to abandon ship for some reason. Alright, bonus it too. Alright, now let me see if I can aim here. Maybe I could just get a little... Just kind of... Yeah. Nope. Son of a bitch. So yeah, Death Bounce. Bouncing. Alright. So just keep on going? Alright. Alright. Oh, that thing's shitting out eggs. So these are birds, I guess? Abandoned ship. Alright, abandoned my ship. Got more to go. Alright. Gotta go through. Oh, that set me up just fine. Alright. I gotta shoot that bird creating eggs. Oh no, abandoned ship. Alright, let's get out of here. It's gonna take a while, man. And you can save your stay. That's all cool. I'm just interested, really, in playing these prototypes, especially that didn't get released. And the ones that got released and sued. You got sued, I guess. Death Bounce. Little Man prototype. Let's see what this is all about. Oh, nope. Oh my. Alright. Saw a little guy this time walking into the ship. And now we just... No birds, but... Hold on. There we go. Well, I like the idea you got a little guy running. That's kind of cool. So now we don't have a ship, I guess. We gotta kill all the balls. Ah! Got one more. Can we get these 2 balls, Jeff? Death bounce. Oh no, what the hell is that? I need to get these 2 balls. Uh-oh. Damn it. And I got shields. Oh, the shields. I forgot about shields. But damn it. I'm game over. So I gotta get 3,000 to be on the board. Alright. That was cool. Alright, moving on. Color balls prototype. Alright. Oh no, man. I guess he added more colors later on. I couldn't get past that one stage. Oh, look at that. Look at me go. Yeah, I'm kind of digging these. Oh, you gotta change colors on them. I think, you know what? He mentioned that one of the videos. And once again, guys, the little staticky thing in the videos, like choppiness of it, it was a bummer that, you know, it does that. It didn't do that for my Atari 50th, but the audio was kind of low on some of the videos, but I guess because it's old audio. I mean, it's old videos. But I highly recommend the Atari 50 if you've never got it. Especially if you're a gamer and love Atari like I do. This guy loves Atari so much he made a clone. Oh no. Okay, so you got colors, you got shoot. Okay, and they turn colors. Alright. I guess you gotta turn it yellow. No, you gotta turn it purple. That or pink or the hell it's called. Oh no. Uh-oh. Yellow or orange. Okay, orange, it dies. Okay, so you gotta change them to orange. Alright. Son of a bitch. Come on. No! I gotta use my shields. Do I have shields in this one? Hold on, let's look at the controls here. No. Fire, thrusters, shield. Yeah, I got shields. Shields now is okay. The square button. Alright. There's no abandoned ship in this one. Alright. Game over. Oh well. Alright. Yeah, I know. I should have read the damn thing to see, you know, with all the controls. But I'm a dive right in kind of guy. All right. What is this one again? Let me see here. Quit. Yes. I should have probably left this up a little longer so you guys can read it and pause it. But yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and just try not to do too horribly bad. Come on. Okay, these ones you don't have to change colors. Okay. Oh! Reminds me of that Berserk. Little smiley face. Alright. And these are the ones you have to change colors. Oh. Oh no. Did I get it? Yeah. It's kind of cool. Look at the score. It's different colors too. I don't know if that's part of the computer and how it was programmed, or I don't know. I never had Apple, man. Alright. Let's go ahead and hit spacebar to start play, I guess. I'm playing as a PS4. Glad you could play these games on the PS4. It's originally supposed to be for see color. Yeah, all these you can change colors. I like that. Alright. Let's see here. And then this is reimagined. So let's do this real quick. That I feel bad for you guys. All right, so that we could read a little bit about it. Star Blaster, Apple II, March of 1982. All right. Astro Buster came out 81, Apple II. That was his first one. And then 82, yeah. 84. We'll look at what it says here. So yeah, he's got to deal with this company he's trying to sell this game to, and they kept on. Part of the story, and I'm not gonna give away too much, is that he put, he gave him the game that he thought was good enough to go, and dudes at this company were like, no, let's change this and let's change that. So yeah, this is little versions you could play. 1983. Deathbound Space Train prototype. So he was adding a little bit more to it, so I kind of dig that. Little man prototype. Yeah, I could use a little explanation of what's going on. I dig that. All right. And the color balls. 1982. When I was trying to do video games of my own through my Tandy computer from Radio Shack, tell you what, man, it took a lot to code, and I did like ships flying around, but it wasn't like this. It was like something else. I can't describe it. It was just more, I don't know, man. All right, so let's check out this Reimagine. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what Digital Eclipse did with it. So we saw how it was. Let's hop in here. I'm digging the cinematic thing they got going here. Ooh, look what guys. Oh, that's right, because he, I'm not gonna spoil it. Just check this out. I'm digging it. I just noticed on the right hand side there's that dude who made the game score, so I got to beat his score. Well, you know what, he kind of made the game, but this is a Digital Eclipse version, so he kind of knew what's going on. Look at this. I like the idea that a few people got their initials on there, got to beat them. But yeah, this Jordan dude, number 1, you got to beat him. Well, he's also got thousands, 1,000. I don't know. All right, so let's do this. Oh, look, I haven't done anything yet. It's kind of cool. So you got the bird still there, or bat bot? Okay, so big birdie, bat bot. Okay, all right. So we got level 1 through 4. All right. Let me see here. Go back. Continue try goals. Oh look, they made a manual. Alright, hold on. I really want to check this out here. That's kind of cool they did all this. I'm gonna spend too much time on each one, but that way you can read it. Pause it and read it. Alright, pretty cool. Let's see here. They have, doesn't say anything about controls. Twin stick control. Oh, it's a twin stick? Okay, hold on. So, So I'm gonna just use my twin stick. It's gonna be like a Robotron kind of feel to it. All right. Looks like a little lightsaber or a cigarette. Don't smoke, kids. All right. Oh, I'm digging this. All right, hold on. So, where's my thrust? Okay, you have it. Oh, okay, my thrust is by the left joystick. Alright. They made it better using the joystick. Way to go, Digital Eclipse. Man, I can see myself playing this for a long time. I'm digging this. I appreciate the prototype, guys, but... Oh no, went the wrong direction. I appreciate the prototype. But this is way cooler. Is this like a... Oh no. Am I just supposed to destroy that? Oh, weapons. Did I just go... What happened? I just went in there, maybe? Did I win? Did I get it? Alright. Oh, at least I made the board, I think. Alright. I really like this game, man. Alright, let's see here. Oh no. Ah. Press. I gotta jump ship. So you gotta steal bail, okay. Alright. Yeah, I gotta destroy that little bird. And you still have to change colors. Okay. Oh, come on. I was doing so well. There we go. Oh man, bummer. All right. I'm really digging this, man. This is really badass. Oh no! Are they just? They're just getting faster, I think. I don't know, man. All right. Oh, crapola. Ah, man. What happened? Is it over with? Oh, choice to eject, okay. It collides with planet Earth, I guess. Alright, initials. So joystick up. And okay, up. And then hit space bar, the X. Alright, look there. I'm moving up in the world. This is badass, man. I'm really digging it. Alright, let's go ahead and exit. That was fucking cool, man. Alright. Let's go ahead and go back. So this is the first one. We got Apple II. 95, this is 94. Then they did Commodore. And 8-bit for Atari. I guess the Atari computer. Yeah. Alright. So let's just dive into the original. I'm still going to pronounce it Karatka. wonder if these are... Okay, there's a little story here. So in the Apple II, I guess that's what the colors of the text. So I thought something he did is probably part of what Apple II does. All right. Yeah, when you guys watch the behind the scenes and all this, it's really amazing how this is the first time in a game for the PC. Yeah, story and music, and it was something more. So you gotta probably save that chick. Gotta love the 80s graphics. Alright. So I'm moving. Okay. Fight. Oh, what? I just hit the X button. I thought I was supposed to hit buttons here. Hold on. Controls. Controls, Jeff. Show controls. So up, down, left, right. X to kick, punch. Alright. So, screen. Let me see here. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So wherever you had back in the day. Alright. So, kick, punch. Reminds me of the, what do you call it? Rapid Rapper. Kick, punch. That's a PS1 game, guys. It's actually pretty cool. It's just not my thing. Alright, come on. Get you. Here, let me punch you in the face. Oh, that's kind of, I guess I can't. I was wondering if this more... Was this... This is a cool fight. I thought it was going to be like more of a fighting kind of type of this game. I don't know. Punch. Can I punch you? Okay, I see. Am I hitting it too many times? I'm thinking it's a button master fighting game. Boom. Alright, you're dead? Okay, so on the bars and the bombs, your health. Alright. That's, you know, kind of unique. This is the first time in a game with a health bar, maybe? A firefighting game? I don't know. Karate Champ, I remember, was the thing back in the days, but let's see here. Just walk through here? Yeah, this guy walks slow. But then, what should I expect from a 1984 game? Alright, he's sending in another fighter? Okay. You know, when you watch the videos and stuff, he had did what is called rotoscoping, where you have a person actually, you know, have them do the moves. That's why it looks so fluid. One of the things he was interested in was Disney Snow White, how they did it. Okay. Let me see if I can kick this guy's ass. Boom, boom. There you go. Gotta get closer. Oh, alright. Boom. Oh, got too close. So you got, I guess, learn how to where to kick a certain place. Or no, you have to get a certain closeness to kick and do a punch. He's, kicking seems to be doing a little bit better. Alright. I have to. So I have to keep on pushing to the left. I got so there are four. You're pad. Up, down, left, right pad. You have to keep on pushing left to get closer. Alright. I don't know. I mean, back in the days, I'm pretty sure this is the shits, man. Yeah, I'm liking the background. It's making like it, you know, moving with the scenery. I'm digging it. I don't know why punching. Oh, punches in the face. There you go. Take that, man. Another dude. Really? Am I gonna have to fight your whole army? Alright. Alright. Come on. You fucker. Come on. Now I got that Parappa the Rapper song in my head. But, well, if you play the game, there's a little music with it, and it raps, you know. Kick. Punch. For the guys who played Parappa the Rapper, you know what I'm talking about, man. And now that song, that little jingle song that they do for you to play the game is stuck in your head too. Alright. More guys. Alright, I want to check out some of the other shit, so hold on. Sorry, guys. Alright, now we got the gist of it. It says, note, select watch to turn on commentary here. Oh, that's kind of cool. Alright. This is the Commodore version. Let's see what it looks like. I like the idea that it changes. So that was the monitor of the Apple. This is going to be a Commodore monitor, maybe? I don't know. So a year later, he's got the Commodore going. See what the Commodore game is like. It's a little bit different. A little bit different. Yeah, guys, back in the days, playing games, especially computer games, I played a lot of text games. And then they had little dungeon games. D&D had one, but it would just print out like words and then you enter a room. Kind of like what D&D was, but instead of a book you had a computer screen. I played that before. This one, you know, I don't recall buying too many fighting games, buying any fighting games for my computer. I did move up to a IBM clone. I could afford IBM, but there was my second computer. Can't remember what it was. All right, so I wonder if I could go back down. What happened? I just killed myself, maybe? Yeah, well, there you go. Alright, let me go back in here. Alright. I'm just curious if you go down to another level, but I don't know. It is not what I was thinking. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this person here. Punch. Wait a minute. Buttons change? Hold on. Let's see here. Controls. Oh, look. Instruction manuals. I always like checking this shit out. And that's going to be for that. Okay, let's see here. Controls. X to punch. Tap. Punch, tap. Kick, hold. Bow, standing. I don't know how to bow. Rewind. Game options. Alright. We're in the game options area. Okay, hold, kick. Okay. I don't know. Okay. So to hold the kick, and then tap once, tap. You know, tap to hit. I don't know. All right. That was different. Get out of here. Yes. So this one had, let's see here. Instruction manual. So I guess it's the same one. That one. It's only like like a leaflet. All right, hold on. A little flyer. There's some games I got. It was mainly text games from the computers, for the computer I got. Still don't remember the damn. It was they called it IBM clone back in the days. It was, you know, you got IBM and then you have IBM clone. This is the Commodore. I never owned a name brand computer. Of the days, IBMs were super expensive. I remember in the 90s, right about 93 or 4 is when I was working for Dillard's in the electronics section. I sold IBMs and what they're called IBM compatibles. That's right. Don't recall the brand offhand, but all of them you could get, you know, back then, at that time in the 90s, things have come like way ahead of its time. And so, you know, to be honest with you guys, I'm not reading all this, but it looks like it's similar or the same. I'm just checking it out to see. That way you guys can see it too. But yeah, man, even working for Dillard selling computers, they were super expensive. I couldn't afford one. But yeah, I always got my computers used. I always knew people that were trying to do something different. Like I pick up a monitor. I remember in high school, my senior year in high school, I took computer. There was a computer class I took because I was learning code on my own. I wanted to see if there's anything changed over the last few years from start. I think I started coding when I was right before, like maybe my junior year, maybe my sophomore year. I can't remember when I got it. Music's different. Alright, I'm not gonna fall off this time, guys. But I will look at. Let's see. So the manual's the same from the other one, but not the first one. Okay, show controls. Alright, so yeah, it's back to tap and hold. Oh no, man. Alright, we'll try it. I just wish I'm getting a little bit better with it. The first one was more like, I like the idea of those two different buttons for the Apple II, the Atari, and the Commodore and all that. I guess they're adapted to that. One button. Oh, that's right, it was a space bar. Keep on forgetting this was a computer game for a second. Alright, what am I doing? Going through? Alright, let's go get out of here. I just want to get a little taste. Alright, to reimagine. Let's check this shit out. I'm digging this. 40 years after the original released. Cool. I wonder if they stole that from Star Wars, The Mandalorian. This is the way. I forgot what date they say this was for, or maybe it was this for this year. Oh, look, that's really fluent. Okay, hold on. Act 1, commentary on off. Times and goals, manual. Alright, let's check this out. I like to see a little bit what we got here. I know you guys are probably interested too. So you read all this, you can pause it if you want. Alright. I'm digging the scan lines. That's cool you can do all that scan line shit. Alright, live. One life. Where is the... You gotta do all these things to complete and act, I guess. Start game. I don't know. Go to your room. So it's kind of cool how they kind of this reimagined stuff is really cool. I'm really digging the old school games, doing the reimagined versions. But this is kind of different. It's more like making it look cooler. Don't give up. I'll come by and save you, man. Chill. Just stand by. Alright. I wonder... I went the wrong way. I wasn't trying to do that, man. It just happened that by accident. Because I was wondering if I could use the joysticks. Alright. Let me hit the X button to bypass. I can bypass? Start game? Okay. So once you hit the X button to get into the game started, there you go. Alright. Gotta send her to her room first. And that's where the birds are coming from. Alright. He brought the birds from the other game back. I don't know. Just guessing, man. Alright. Let's try not to fuck this one up. I didn't mean to fall off, man. Alright. So I could move the joystick left, right. Can I kick? Okay, no dual joysticks. Let's see here. Okay, so X buttons. We're back to old school ways. Okay, I'm digging this. Alright, come on. You gotta get closer. Alright. I know you guys who played this before back in the days probably will enjoy it. Oh shit. This dude's actually really kicking my ass this time. So they probably improved the game mechanics, I guess. Come on. Alright. Alright. Oh, more. Okay, come on, man. Let's do this. So yeah, it looks really cool in the background. It's timing me. Apparently, I don't know if I have a lot. How much time I have to do this for? I can't run? Okay. Well, so when that thing on the bottom right appears... Oh, come on. Then that's just... I want to do combos, but this guy's kicking my butt. Come on. Aha, I got him. But I got one little thing of health. He came back. No! Kick his ass! Oh, good. Your health got better. I guess your health gets better between rounds, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of digging it, man. The original was cool, but I like the remake. For a game I've never played before, I like fighting games. Karate Champ is what I think was kind of something in my mind back in the days that maybe he was kind of basing off of. But then I was watching videos of, come on, kick your ass, kick your ass. Ooh, look. Yeah, double combo hits. I got points for that. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking, you know, all the games back in the day. Karate Champ's the only one I remember in the arcades back in the early 80s being a big game. I thought it was okay. I was not big into Karate Champ. But man, I tell you what. Tekken and, oh, what was the other one? Before Tekken. Oh, come on, kick his ass. There you go. All right. Either I'm getting better or these guys suck. Mortal Kombat. That's what it was. Yeah, I was into Mortal Kombat. I get to cross the bridge now? Oh, we get to fight on the bridge. Okay. Hey, I'm kind of digging this. To be honest with you guys, I had lower expectations with this version of the game because of the first one I played on the Apple II version. So, I can see myself playing this one way more than the Apple II version. But I'm just kind of cool it's there, and I'll check out the other, you know, prototypes. I was just more interested in the ones that came before this, how, you know, what kept him going. Because he wanted to be that video game programmer, and he thought, you know, make a game, get it published, and that's how you do it. And that's pretty much, I guess, how you did back in the day. Oh no. Oh no, I got one more hit. Hit me in the balls. Nutsack hit. Game over. Alright. That was cool. I like it. And it just circles right around. Alright. Let's go ahead. It's cool that you could do all that. Well, that was really cool. And of course, you know, you got all this. Well guys, thanks for the hang time. Yeah, if you get your downloaded version and the audio's a little choppy, I guess it's maybe a master file. I don't know anybody that has this game yet, so, you know, I might ask around, but it's not too bad. The audio choppiness of it's okay. Just, if you're trying to get into the videos, oh look, he's got a teddy bear up there, I didn't notice. But yeah, once again guys, thanks for the hang time with me, watching the Collector Zone, watching the show. Until next time, my fellow gamers, game on. I think that's it, right?
Okay, I think they've got enough. Yeah.